Hey guys, how's it going? Elliot here again. In today's video, we are going to be checking out the weirdest Nintendo items that I have collected over the years of me collecting. I'm sure you've seen my games console collection millions of times by now. You guys probably know what I have on there more than I do. So without any further ado, we're going to check out the strange things that you definitely haven't seen on this channel before right now. So the first thing we're going to be looking at is the Nintendo Game Boy camera. Now I'm sure quite a few of you have seen this before, but it's definitely one of the things that I would class as quite crazy in my collection. This was at one point actually the world's smallest digital camera. I thought we could take a quick second just to look at the strange software that's actually on this thing. It was designed by Game Freak, which is the same company that did the Game Boy Pokemon series. So yeah, really strange startup. When you press up, Mario dances quicker, and then when you press down, he dances slower. It's a little strange Easter egg, but I'm sure the majority of you watching have probably seen it before. The next thing we're going to look at is this Nintendo wallet. This is actually an official licensed Nintendo wallet that I received a very long time ago, a good maybe 5 or 6 years ago actually, in a Nintendo magazine. I haven't actually seen any of these on eBay or anything since. It just says Nintendo on the front and there's nothing else actually on it. There's no labels inside or anything like that, but yeah, pretty cool. Nothing too crazy, but it's definitely something quite odd in my collection. Another thing that I'd class as quite cool and odd in my collection is this little Nintendo DS stylus here. I actually got this in a little egg that you get from like vending machines. It was all broken down like this in a little egg capsule, and then you opened it up and it's a DS stylus. Again, I haven't seen any of these on eBay or anything since. I would definitely like to get some more of them. But yeah, it's just a little Nintendo DS stylus with the question mark brick at the top. The next thing that is quite strange in my collection is this, which is a tiny little Wii remote. This was actually a Pez dispenser, but it was like an off-brand Pez. It wasn't actually Pez. And this just slides open, and then they go in here, and then you just press the actual back button, and then they kind of fired out. But they never really like fired out. They just kind of fell out. But yeah, it's quite cool. Really details actually. It's been a little bit beat up over the years, just got quite scratched. The other crazy thing as well is the actual battery compartment opens as well, so you can put the sweets in there and store them. And it also has the Nintendo logo on the bottom of it, just down here as well, which I think is really neat. On the theme of styluses, I thought I would show you this Nintendo DS Touch Pen Knock Metal. Now this was actually licensed by Nintendo. As you can see there, it has the Nintendo DS logo, and then up at the top here, behind this little piece of plastic, you can also see that it has the Nintendo logo up here as well. So actually there's a possibility this might not be licensed by Nintendo. You can see at the bottom there that it's licensed by Tomy, which I think was actually some sort of like a toy making company or something like that. But if we just open it up here, you can see the pen inside. It looks a bit like a graphite pen, and it has a clicky button. So very business-like for a DS stylus. But I haven't ever seen any of them again. This was the only one that I've seen. It was given to me by a friend of mine, and I can't see any on eBay. Alright, moving on to one of the other weird things I have in my collection. This is a Nintendo Game Boy Advance to be specific, SP Tribal Edition bag from the Nintendo store. Gonna have to zoom quite far out to actually get this in the shot there, but you can see it doesn't even look like it's kind of been opened. Maybe they took this when someone was working in a Nintendo store and saved it. I think I actually only paid about £4 for this on eBay quite a few years ago, but it's still something that's quite cool. Now onto my all-time favourite, and probably one of the things that I'll take to my grave with me. This is the Club Nintendo DS pouch. Now, Club Nintendo isn't actually around anymore, and this thing isn't really worth a lot of money, but I saved up a hell of a lot of points to get this. I probably would have spent about £200 on games before I could actually get this, but it's like a really soft velvet, and it has the Mario logo down at the bottom. If you turn it inside out, obviously you get a nice grey colour, and it also has the Club Nintendo logo at the bottom of it, which I think is probably the coolest thing about it. Really nice little bag. Little drawstrings here at the top as well, and it also has this kind of little certificate thing which it came with, kind of maybe precautions it says actually at the top there. So yeah, really cool, and it's even cooler because Club Nintendo isn't around anymore. To go with that, and again this is probably one of my prized pieces of my collection, I have the Club Nintendo certificate, which again you cannot get anymore because obviously Club Nintendo no longer exists. And the last thing in my collection, which is definitely one of the weirdest things, I don't know why anyone would ever keep this. It's not this Pokemon annual, it's actually what's inside this. Now I have to be quite careful the way that I show this on camera, but if you have a look, This is actually the shipping notice, which had the Club Nintendo pouch on it. And if I just move it up here, you can see at the top, it says delivery notice, Stars catalog. And if I cover up my address, you can see there as well, it says Nintendo, and there's my name just at the top there. So really, really crazy little thing there. I don't know how many, look, you can see the date on it as well, 2011. Nuts. This is definitely one of my favourite pieces in my collection, and really, really glad to actually still have it. I don't think there's going to be many of these left in the world, as I said. So there we go, guys. There's the weird things I have in my collection. Let me know what the weirdest thing you have in your collection is. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Thank you for all the support on my recent videos. I've ordered lots of cool things. I've ordered that fake BitBoy. I've actually also ordered the Retro Mini. I gave in and I bought it. It cost me quite a bit of money, but I'm really looking forward to getting it and tearing it down. Yeah, looking forward to that. I've also got a couple of Game Boys arriving, and I'm also going to be doing a Let's Refurb on a DS Lite, which is a very requested video. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.